So if you are seeing this video again, and I'm wearing the same outfit as I have probably been wearing for the last, 3 videos, it's because I just filmed them all on the same day. But it's currently about October 7th, 2020. I had to check there. I was like, wait a second, is it? But yeah, no, it's about October 7th, 2020, and I want to do a support stand because I just filmed a long video that had some memories and stuff in it, and I want to just kind of get myself back down, do some more grounding techniques and such to that effect. I will start with spraying some scent. This is 1,000 Wishes. I got this legitimately back in 2015. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of this. Just gonna get that in the air. And do that. I'm gonna fiddle. I might fiddle with this one. This one, yeah. So I'm gonna fiddle with this, and I'm gonna do the rules. So I haven't done a support stand in a couple of years. I think it's been that long. I don't remember when my last one was, but I apparently I had uploaded it already. I think even last year, to be honest. But these are the rules of support stands, and I am going to read them to you, and then we're going to jump in, and then I will expect you to jump in as well in the comments down below. So, these are the ground rules. Ground rules of support stands. Number 1, no details of methods, numbers in eating disorders, types, or how-to in substance use. That makes sense. No trolling, okay? None of that. Be respectful. I encourage you to handle any interpersonal conflicts yourself. However, at the same time, if it gets too bad or if it gets too intense or whatever, feel free to let me know and I will handle it. Swearing is allowed, so just so you know, that is allowed. Consequences, if you break any of these rules, you'll be getting a verbal warning, a written warning in a sense, and if you continue to break them, I will just block you or censor you out or do whatever. Be mindful of other people's experiences. Use I statements. Don't be saying you should be doing this or when you feel like this or I guess, I mean, technically you can kind of do when you feel like that, but don't be generalizing the you statements instead of being like, I felt like this when I had this happen to me, and that kind of thing. So do more of that. Just remember that everybody's going to be talking from their own lived experiences, so be safe, be aware, be careful, don't give out personal identifying information, don't give out, addresses, or, email address if it's, not related to your name, maybe you can do that. I would advise against it in a sense, just because it could be an issue. Let your boundaries be known right away. Just be careful. Just know that everybody's just talking from their own experiences. It would help them, might not help you, all that jazz. Have it be a place of positivity, hope, and inspiration, as well as guidance, compassion, kindness, and trying to be our best selves. Disclaimer as well, this is not a peer-run service. I am just one person. It's just me. It's you and me and all that. Hopefully you, because it's largely just been me for a while. So if you are having an issue, feel free to have us help come up with ways to brainstorm how to handle it. Use DBT skills. If you don't know what DBT is, feel free to ask questions. If you do, I'm assuming that you know what DBT is, so use those skills. This is not a crisis service. This is not a contact me anytime, all the time kind of thing. This is just purely, I guess peers in a sense, but, also just people taking some time out of their day to encourage, help, all that jazz. But not I'm not a professional, I'm not a mental health professional, I'm not a doctor, I'm not anything like that. So please also do not mention specific medications or dosages. So yeah. It is a pro-recovery space. to talk about coping skills, share resources, nationwide, local, all that jazz. Yeah, we encourage help-seeking behaviors. Make know what your triggers are if that's something applicable. If there's something that somebody does, and you're uncomfortable with it, feel free to say that you're uncomfortable with it on a jazz. And no threats of violence towards self or others will be tolerated. So, yes. Alright, that's the rules. Those are all the ground rules. So now we can actually get into the support stand itself. So what I like to do, even though it's been a very long time since I did a support stand, I would like to mention how I'm doing mentally and everything, because I'm the one sort of leading forward into this description and comments and video and all that jazz, because technically you're not here yet, so you can't quite do it with me. But I'm going to talk about how I've been. I'm going to talk about what skills I've been using. I'm going to talk about any issues I've been having and what I can do to problem solve them, as well as just kind of come up with ideas and mention a couple things that are currently going on in my life that I want to mention. So maybe I'll even get this video up first. 2020. It's been a pandemic. Still dealing with that. I've been overall, the whole scheme of the pandemic, I've been really, really well. I've been very creative during this time. I've been able to track things, fall off tracking things, track things again, writing fan fiction, making videos, coloring, which I haven't done in a while. Actually, I should go back to coloring. I have been also doing ink on skin. I have been going out here and there, maybe not to the best of my ability. I was tested negative though for COVID, so that's good. And we're entering near the holiday season, which is gonna be really weird, pandemic version. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink from my water bottle as well. I'll just take this out. I've been really well. I've been managing really well, and things I've been struggling with, largely just the hair pulling. Again, wearing these glasses prevented that for a couple of weeks, but then it started to get a little empty spaces again, gaps. I've also just been struggling with mood swings, with the borderline. That's incredibly annoying. Trying to read books, trying to write fanfic, update fanfic, edit fanfic, try to get back into video stuff, edit videos, upload videos, do just relaxation stuff. Animal Crossing has been helpful with that. Just different emotional regulations things. I've been using a lot of, I guess, opposite action, some one mindfulness, build mastery. I don't think I've had to use a Deer Man, but I think there was one time that I did in the last couple months that I used a Deer Man, which was nice. And just doing my tracking stuff, and sometimes hit or miss with that, opposite action. I said build mastery. Cope ahead. Could do more of that. Cope ahead. I should do more for work, honestly. Scripts and things to that effect. Problem solving. Pros and cons. That's a good one. Yeah. So it's been that. And as far as honestly, with mood swings, I've had urges a few times for self-harm, but nothing that I've acted on. It's been 3 years since I last scratched myself, so that's cool. I've gotten close a couple of times here and there towards the last few months, but again, nothing that I ever fully acted on or anything to that effect. Today, what am I going to do? So I filmed all the videos, essentially, that I wanted to film today. I filmed them all, except for the haul mashup one, but I might do that maybe tomorrow or something instead. I have a work meeting I have to go to tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to stop by the library. I think I'm going to actually try, if I plan it right, maybe I can try to get a blog post up for a review. And then, because gonna swing by work, so that's at 3, and ends at 5. I could go to the library, and then there's I got the email today about a virtual book club thing, so I might try to take out that book and go to that at the end of the month. That happened ish today was I want to make a different kind of support group than is typically out there right now. Because I'm finding I'm just in a different place in my recovery. I'm in a different mindset than most support groups at the time that I go to, which have largely only been OCD support groups. But a lot of them are just really kind of people struggling and having problems, and I can't relate to that anymore, and I need a place that is, and I think probably because of the pandemic, so I'm not socializing as much, and because of the pandemic, if not an ending program itself, my long-term day program, passages, and, you know, getting back into more mental health related stuff, like, it's just been very draining and very, depressing, to be honest, and so I'm looking for something that I haven't found yet, and that doesn't focus so much on mental health conditions in a sense and like struggling. It'll cover struggling, but like in a different way, like a place to kind of self-promote and like, this is what project I'm working on, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm working on my issues, this is how I'm, you know, being positive, or, you know, being grateful, or practicing treatment goals, all that kind of stuff. Like something that's just more of a pick-me-up rather than like a letdown in a sense. And so I want to create that. I know some people on Twitter who are interested in that idea, and potentially I'm going to call it Recovery to Advocacy, either Recovery to Advocacy Chat or Recovery to Advocacy Support. I'm not entirely sure which. Maybe I'll even just call it a support stand. I don't know. Recovery to Advocacy Support stand, but RTA would be the short thing of that. But yeah, I need something that's different, and something that, you know, I think I thought about it, I guess, back in like January or so, and that was a while ago and everything, and like I forgot about it for a while and all that kind of stuff, and now I'm kind of coming back to that idea, and I'm like, maybe this is actually something that I should do, because it's almost like in one of those situations where I'm like waiting for someone else to do it, but it's not happening, so maybe I have to do it. So I'm probably going to work on that. I have some thumbs that I did for it, some like graphic design stuff, and there's some shout outs I want to do and stuff for people, and I want to try to change the way that I'm tweeting about things in my life, just because I've hit so much of a blank wall and the void in a sense, and I'm not getting a lot of feedback, even though I have, you know, people who I do sometimes interact with, and I have people who follow me and everything, but somehow for whatever reason they're not interacting, and I want that interaction back, or in a new way that I never had it before. So there's that. The other thing too I've noticed is, like, I notice when I don't believe in looking for validation and support from online communities, because I think that's a unhealthy, dangerous kind of slope, and I think there are some things, I guess, in censorship a little bit that shouldn't be taken into it. I don't think the internet is a crisis support center in a sense. There are people who could take advantage of that, see it as a vulnerable population, all of that jazz. There are certainly dangers to the internet on top of some of the benefits of it. Yes, we can find people who have lived experiences and share experiences, and it can be really great for that, but also it can open up, you know, doors to hatred and criticism, which criticism isn't always hate. It definitely isn't that equivalent. I hope I never get to a point where I get criticized and I think it's just hate, and I dismiss it and I don't think about it. Like, that would suck a lot. Certainly there are ways of dealing with it, there's ways of managing it. I don't always, you know, will take people's advices and stuff like that, but having it there, I think, is huge. I think it's really brave in a way to share your opinions in such an open platform, even if you're hiding behind a name. even if you're hiding behind like a fake name or an identity or whatever. I still think that to say no when everyone else is saying yes, I think is something I don't have the bravery to do, to be honest. So I think like I don't know where my point was in that, but I guess just I want more than what I have in a sense, and I don't know, maybe I should do more gratitude work to kind of focus on what I do have and what benefits I have from having a small audience and everything to that effect, while still, you know, missing something else and wanting something else. Maybe this idea will come into play. Maybe it will not work. Who knows? I don't know. I feel like the notion that everyone will support you and always be kind. Like, yes, be kind, but like also know that criticism will happen. And criticism at its heart isn't supposed to tear you down. It's supposed to bring you up and have you grow. And that's how you learn in a sense. And that's very much something I believe in. So when I do see people using the internet as a crisis like service, it's like, that ain't it, chief, and I don't agree with it. And I know that when I ever try to do that, I never get the same response. So I don't know if it's something that I'm doing or what they're doing or what exactly it is, but I don't think it's healthy to use the internet as that kind of thing in a crisis, because, you know, people is almost expecting more out of the internet than the internet can reasonably provide, and certainly provide in a healthy manner. I think it's important to know that each person is responsible for their own actions, and yes, people can blame other people on things, but that's not, you know, that's not going to help, kind of thing. You have to take accountability for your actions and your behaviors, and, you know, try to do better and just learn from stuff and go about life. And, you know, you're going to make mistakes and everything like that, but maybe I should be speaking more I stated, sorry. I apologize for that. But these are things I just think of and things I've noticed. And yeah, I mean, for me, when I reach out to the internet like that, it's never, again, it's one of those things because the internet just isn't, it's not that kind of place for that. Like, the internet to me is like, when I've reached out, like some, you know, people don't see it, people are like busy doing other things, they're just maybe on the toilet taking a shit, you know, like, same thing with like text and stuff like that too, like, it's just not the place. I think there's very much something I had to learn from my recovery was inappropriate and appropriate people and places, and the internet is definitely an inappropriate place, and I've used it before as in an inappropriate fashion, and I don't do that anymore, and that's not something I want to fall back into because it is dangerous and everything like that. And yeah, but I don't know, sorry for the rant. I probably kind of over apologize now too. I don't know why exactly I do that, but overall, I'm probably gonna go play some Animal Crossing. That might help soothe me for a little bit. And then it's what? Oh crap! What time is it? I think it's like 4:30. Yeah, it is. It's 4:30. Huh. But 4:30 o'clock. Okay. So I am going to edit a video later. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing. I'm going to finish reading a book, because I very much want to finish that book. So sick of it. Maybe I'll look on stuff online for other book stuff, and work on a review, and go to bed early tonight, and do it all again tomorrow. Yeah, I have a couple things I have to do today. And so yeah, I mean, that's kind of me. That's just kind of where I'm at and everything. I'm kind of just thinking about stuff and getting excited, and also solemn too. Just I want more. I guess I want more than what I have is a good depiction of that. I'm looking for community, you know, just people to talk to. Like, other people have that. I just don't know how to get from where I'm at to that point. It's a whole thing. But how are you doing? That's the real question. How are you doing? If you say that you're fine, how are you really feeling? And what can you do to relax or uplift your mood this next week? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how are things? 10 being really, really amazing, to 1 being absolute shit. And what can you do to change that if it's really shitty, or maintain that if it's really well? So that's the question. So I'm gonna go do some shout outs and work on a blog post, game, all of that jazz. I'm gonna go do that now. So, which is probably better for me anyway because my throat is so raw and dry. So I'm gonna go do that. But as always, stay safe, take care, be well. Much love and light to you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you will leave me some of your thoughts in the comments below because, again, community. Alright, bye.
We're in the same boat, heading for different shores, facing each other, grasping at different oars. But the sun is down, it's getting late. I've either gotta turn around